Hey, everybody, and welcome to the next episode of A Dearybury of a Day, starting your day with a moment of play. I'm so excited to be recording right now. It is 7:28 a.m., and we are truly starting our day with a moment of play. Ingrid, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, Jed. It's great to be here.
It's so good. I'm thrilled that you signed up to play with me this morning. I love it when people sign up for that early morning spot. You didn't quite pick the 6 a.m., but it's still early. Like we had to get up and get ourselves together to have this moment of play. I've got my little cup of tea here. I'm ready to get our morning started. But before we play, I want you to tell the audience who you are and what you do, because your story is pretty amazing, the work that you get to do. Tell us a little bit about who you are.
Okay, so I'm Ingrid Norris, and I'm the Executive Director of Education for the Chaser Initiative. And Chaser was a border collie that lived here in Spartanburg for all 15 of her years. And she's dubbed the smartest dog in the world because Dr. Pilley, who was a psychology professor at Wofford, started working with her when she was very young and taught her over the names of over 1,000 objects, most of them toys. And so to do this and to get it into her long-term memory, he would use play as reinforcement. So this is just a great tie-in. So we go into schools and community events, and we kind of educate on the power of praise and play, not only in our companion animals' lives, but also in our lives. So how much, is play important to us, and how can it be reinforcing, and how can we learn through play?
I love the work that you do with the foundation. I'm just thrilled that Chaser is from Spartanburg and that the work is here. If you are ever in Spartanburg, we have a really cool statue of Chaser in a park that right on Main Street downtown that you can go. And I think there's isn't there like a scavenger hunt inspired by Chaser around town, something?
There was for December. They did.
Okay, well, that was just December. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, hopefully it'll come back because it was a great thing and I loved it. I love that Chaser is a part of our community, and the work that you're doing is amazing, pushing in the schools, because it's showing exactly the power of play. It filters all the way into our pets, mammals as a species. We are a playful species across the board. If you dig into the research, there's just tons of evidence out there that shows how play impacts the mammalian kingdom, if you will. There's a great video out there of a wolf and a polar bear playing. You think they would be at odds. They would want to eat each other, right? Those are natural predators for each other. But there's a great video out there if you look it up of the two playing. So I love that. And I love that you came to play with me this morning. Ingrid, I don't know if you have seen the show and know how it works, but I'm going to spin this wheel. And on the wheel, we have the 8 different play personalities. There's the director, explorer, joker, competitor, kinesthete, creator, storyteller, and collector. Now, you may be one of those more than the other, but we're going to let the wheel determine how we're going to play today, okay? Okay. And the truth is, we're all a little bit of all of these, okay? So I'm going to spin this wheel, and it's going to tell us how we're going to play today. Let's see what it lands on here. This is exciting. And we got Explorer. Okay, Explorer.
Ooh, that's me.
Okay, Explorer is the type of personality you might automatically think that Explorer is, someone who likes to travel. But I think of an Explorer also, like my mom and sister and I, we love to go to yard sales and digging around in the piles of clothing, going from yard to yard. Like that's exploring. Exploring doesn't have to be just on a trip. But today's play is going to have something to do with you and a trip. Okay. When's the last time you've been on a trip? Has it been a while for you since you've been on a trip?
No, just recently. I went down to Texas to visit my sister.
Okay. So I call this play opportunity timed travel. Okay. You have 30 seconds, Ingrid, to run through your house and find 2 objects that represent a time that you traveled. Okay. And it's called timed travel because you only have 30 seconds to grab those 2 items. And you have to leave your seat to get them. Like you can't just reach for them. If they're there, at least get up and run around your desk, right? Because we're trying to get a little bit of movement here. Two items that show that a time that you traveled.
Oh goodness.
Okay, can you do that?
Yeah. I think,
all right.
I don't know, 30 seconds.
I'm gonna get my official timer out here. If I can remember my password to my own phone. Here we go. All right, I got the clock set. The timer is set for 30 seconds. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Yep. 30 seconds. She is getting 2 items that represents a time that she traveled. While she's looking for that, shameless plug, I was going to grab my book and say, hey, go order a copy of The Playful Classroom. I don't even have a copy. Oh, I do. Right here. While she's trying to find her items, if you don't have a copy of The Playful Classroom, y'all, we got the cover for The Playful Life just this week. Oh, I can't wait for you to see it. So cool. You got 5 seconds, Ingrid. 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Ingrid, did you find your items?
No.
You didn't find your items?
I found one.
You found one. Oh, we can't see it because of the green screen.
I know it is. So I really have, I'll turn it, hang on a second. Let me see if I see that's silly. All right. Okay, there. Okay, it's gonna blur it all, isn't it?
It's gonna, there it is. There we go. Okay.
So when I went down to Texas,
Galveston Bay, what'd you do there?
Yep. Well, this is the company that I used to work for when I was down when I lived in Texas, and so I went by there because they have a brand new building, and so they updated me on all their programs.
Oh, love that. Okay.
Okay. Another one. Well, this was kind of, can I travel in my mind?
Of course you can. There's no wrong way to travel in this story.
Okay, so this weekend I was doing a workshop and we created a vision board.
Oh gosh, I love it.
I had to envision, good things. And so you can see on there, I was kind of exploring in my be, do, have, and the have part of it. So
yeah, I love that camper. That camper is definitely an explorer play personality.
Yeah.
If you had that camper right now and you had 2 weeks to go anywhere, where would you go?
I would probably go out. I'd probably go down again and visit my sister and then go up towards Arizona way.
Okay.
Arizona or Utah, maybe go best friends there in Utah. Or
I love that immediately you didn't just go to a place, you went to people. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that so much. If I had that camper, I think I would go to, well, I haven't seen my friend Terry in a while. She lives in St. George, Utah. So I'd definitely go by and see her, but then I would head to the Redwood Forest. That's one of the areas of the world that I have not been to that I would love to go to. I think it'd be really cool. I think you maybe really are an explorer. Yeah. So I love that the camper was on there. If you've read the book, hey, let's tell them the fun story about how you and I met. Do you remember that? How we met in person?
It was at the bookstore.
It was at the bookstore. Yeah.
The very first time you and Julie were at the bookstore.
Yeah. So Julie and I were at the bookstore that we go to frequently, Hub City Books. You've heard me mention it before on the show. And we were in the back of the store looking at children's books. And we heard this voice coming from the front counter that said, yeah, I'm looking for this book about play. Y'all mentioned it on your Instagram. It's about play in the classroom. And Julie and I went, she's talking about our book. So we ran up to the front and we introduced ourselves to you. We were so excited to meet you and to be in the store for that moment when somebody requested the book. That was really cool. But since you have the book, if you look in there, there's that play personality quiz that's in there. Have you taken it by any chance?
No, I haven't.
Well, I would love for you to take it and let me know which play personality you officially are. Of course, you can be all of them, but sometimes it leans one way or the other. One other thing that I wanted us to do, since you worked with Chaser and the Border Collie, I want to teach you how to draw a dog that is very special to me. Can you grab a piece of paper and a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of paper and a pen. Hold on. I should have been more prepared. But that's part of the fun of this show is me looking for stuff. It really is. It's part of the show because I don't want it to be like, too rehearsed here. I want it to be real.
Right.
Okay, so this is a dog that I used to draw when I was little. I was obsessed with this, and I'm going to teach you. I'm going to pull it down here so you can see. Okay, the first thing you do to draw this dog is you draw 4 circles in a line, in a straight line. Okay, see how I'm drawing those circles?
Do they have to touch?
That would be better if they did touch, but they don't have to. They can be a little bit separate.
Okay.
And then in each of those circles, you're going to draw a number 11 at the bottom of the circle, because it's like those are his paws.
Gotcha.
See? I'll give you a sample here if you need to see it.
Okay.
Okay. And then in the middle of the first circle to the middle of the last circle, you're going to draw kind of this big arch. You might want to wait and see what I'm talking about.
All right.
Okay. So you're going to draw a big arch.
Okay.
Okay. And next, so obviously you've drawn his paws and you've drawn his body. Now we're going to draw his ears, and his ears are up to you. I like to draw mine like big and floppy, but if you want to draw yours short and stumpy, you can do that. But I like to draw mine big, and see how I did that?
Okay.
Now do you see it looks like a little dog? Do you see?
Yes.
All right. Then you put his eyes however you want to do. I always do his eyes like a little upside down U, because it looks like he's it looks like he's like a little happy eyes, Yeah. And then you draw his upside down triangle nose.
Oh.
And you know how the traditional dog mouth looks like this? Isn't it cute? Ingrid, don't you love it?
I love it.
And then you can put a little twig of hair at the top. And you can put some freckles if you want to. The devil's in the details. He can have a little whiskers. Dogs have little whiskers too. Look,
Sure.
look. Isn't that adorable?
That is so cute.
Now,
I get mine.
So, well, what is that? How's that a dog from your childhood? When I was little, this was one of the first kinds of, I don't know, it's the first thing I really remember being able to draw. And I thought it was so cool because it was so easy to do it.
That's very easy.
But what I love about it, Ingrid, is that you can make them tall or skinny. Like you could make another one with like real simple, like, little bitty paws. And then you can make it really tall with little bitty ears. I mean, there's just no way. You can make a whole bunch of dogs, a whole dog family using that same pattern. And so I just love that. I know. So how does that explore? We're exploring. Look at yours. Ah!
I'm not really an artist, but you know what? That was pretty easy.
Yeah. So that's the thing, and you see, I'm wearing the shirt creative today. Yeah. Creative is just taking something traditional and trying something and turning into something new. And you were creative with that blank piece of paper. You turned into something new today, a dog. Yeah. I love this sweatshirt. I got it. My friend, Kate Eddington, she is an art teacher in Pennsylvania. She used to be in South Carolina, but she has a little store on her webpage where she makes fun shirts and things. And I just bought this one. I just got it in the mail yesterday. So I put it on today to inspire our time with play.
There you go. So let me show you mine.
Oh, yeah.
For everybody up there.
I need that shirt.
So, yeah. So Spartanburg Community College got a hold of the Pilley family and asked, because they didn't have a mascot.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, we want to choose Chaser.
I saw that on the news. I was so thrilled about that. I was you were there that day.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yep,
I love that. I remember seeing that on Facebook. I wanted to try to get there to be a part of that, but I couldn't make it that day. But it looked like a really neat thing. So anyway, fun. Ingrid, this has been fun. If people want to learn more about Chaser, where can they connect with Chaser online?
So Chaser has Facebook and Instagram. Chaser the Border Collie, or you can just Google Chaser the Border Collie, and chaserbc.com is a website. And then the one that I'm with is thechaserinitiative.com.
Love that.
And they can go there and they can see, all the programs that we have and learn about Chaser if they don't know about her. And,
we're sad that Chaser is no longer with us, but the legacy of Chaser is going to live forever because the videos are online. The work is spread far and wide. And so thank you for what you do for that. Thank you for being on the show. I hope just a little moment of play got your day going. You got your heart rate up running through the house for 30 seconds and you learned how to draw a dog. I think that's a pretty fun way to start your day.
Okay, I got one thing for you right quick, okay?
Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay, so here's just a little cube. Okay, it's got some letters on it, so I'm just going to toss it up. Otherwise, we'd roll it. And I'll tell you the letter, and then you tell me one thing that we did today that started with that letter.
Okay, I love that. Yeah, I love it.
Right. So, all right. So let's see. S.
The
so
letter.
One thing.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what we did. We started with S. We told stories today.
Yes.
We told stories of our travel. We told stories of Chaser, the border collie. We told stories of how you and I met. We told stories about this dog and why it was important to me. Stories. I love that. I'm very much a storyteller myself, and I hope that everybody watching today, you will practice drawing this dog. You will think about a time that you traveled, create stories, and most of all, just start your day with a moment of play. Thanks for tuning in. As always, what I say every time is you matter, and y'all play pretty. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, y'all.